y'all. We will jump right into it. You guys know why I am here. Let's talk about this NAR settlement. This particular video is for my sellers. I am going to do a separate video for buyers. So click on the link for buyers if you are a home buyer. But this particular video is for my home sellers. If you have been thinking about selling your home, you're on the fence about selling your home, you want to know what's going on with this NAR settlement, and that's National Association of Realtors settlement that has been all over the news. Welcome to our chat about it, where we discuss what is going on. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments. Please feel free to drop them in the comments and I will answer your questions. For those of you who do not know me, let me introduce myself. I am Trish Myrick. I am a realtor in the Atlanta market. I have been in the real estate business for 16 years. And so, as you can imagine, this NAR settlement is huge news. It is huge news. And so, I wanted, because I do a live every week, I've been in the real estate market and in the business for a while. So I wanted you to hear, just in case you did not quite understand, just in case you needed some insight, just in case you have questions. I wanted to open the door so that you can ask me what is going on with this NAR settlement. What does that mean for you as a seller? And so the very first thing that I am going to go over are the responsibilities of a realtor to the seller. This chart has both sellers and buyers in it, but like I said, we are going to focus on the seller for this video. So the very first thing that as a realtor that we offer is that we can do a comparative market analysis for your property. That's where we look at the comps and we see what would be the best list price for your property based on what has sold in the area. Number two, we can help advise you on what work needs to be done to the property prior to listing it for sale. When we look at the other comps and we see the condition, we can offer our advice. We can't make you do it, but if there is a difference with pricing, a lot of times it has to do with the condition of the property. And so if you want to sell your property at a higher price and one of the comps sold at a higher price because it had been renovated, that's a conversation that we would definitely have with you. We can advise you on how to stage the house to maximize its sales price. It has been statistics show that when you stage your home, it sells faster. Because people can imagine, what it is, where they can sit their furniture, place their furniture. They can get an idea of how big the space is, what it holds. And so that's something that we can advise you to. We can prepare marketing materials, photographs. We have photographers. We put your home on social media, and then it goes to our third-party vendors. So when you list your property with a realtor, it gets maximum exposure. And then we prepare marketing materials to continue to give your property that maximum marketing exposure. We also have your property listed in the MLS system. It is the MLS system, you guys. So we have two in Georgia. It's FMLS and Georgia MLS. And so as a realtor, we are required to list the property in both systems. We can answer questions from other real estate agents about the property and a potential transaction. So that's number 6, y'all. We're on number 7. As a realtor, we can provide the contract forms that allow you to make counter offers, send notices, terminate contracts, and take numerous actions when it comes to your real estate transaction. These are not forms that the general public has access to. And so as a realtor, this is a service that we provide. We can answer basic questions regarding the guard contract form. but not in a legal sense. That's something, if it is a legal question, you will have to get with one of our real estate attorneys. And we can recommend a real estate attorney, you guys. If you have any legal questions, we can help you negotiate the best price for your property. We can make you aware of the non-legalese of certain laws affecting you, such as fair housing and lead-based paint. We can make you aware of various professionals that you may need to consult with, right, to help you in your real estate transactions, including, as I said before, real estate attorneys, surveyors, termite companies, engineers, contractors, the like. Okay, we can help explain what costs you will likely have in selling your home. Okay, we're on number 14. We can explain the different steps in the home selling business, in that home selling process. We assist you with that. We can help make you aware of and manage the various time limits and deadlines of a real estate transaction. Real estate transactions and contracts have deadlines. It has time limits. And so we remind you of that. We can provide you with a layman's explanations of your disclosures. And so again, if it's something that's really deep, we have real estate attorneys that can explain it to you, but we can give you a general overview of the disclosures. We can help make you aware or draft any special stipulations regarding your contract that you may want to add to it. That's something that we can assist you with. We can help you understand the various provisions in the GAR contract form. Now, GAR is Georgia Association of Realtors, that is governed by the National Association of Realtors. Okay. Number 19, we can help you do an economic and risk analysis of different offers. Different offers have different requirements, especially when it comes to the different type of loans. So a cash offer is very different from a FHA offer, is very different from a conventional offer, is very different from a VA offer, is very different from a USDA offer. And so as realtors, we can assist you and make you aware of the laws affecting and the provisions that affect those different risks when it comes to the different type of loans. We can help advise you on how much earnest money is typical. We can help advise you on the types of seller incentives and concessions usually made. So when we do your comps or we do your market analysis, we can also see the average of seller concessions that other sellers have made. We can give you that information because we have access to it to assist you when you're making your offers, when you're responding to your offers. And then number 22, we can help you avoid a wire fraud. We can help you. Wire fraud is huge. And so we can assist you with making sure that you contact the closing attorney, you call them, you verify. So that are the services that we provide to our sellers. So let's talk about this NAR settlement and what this means and how it affects you. And so first and foremost, when it comes to the NAR settlement, it was a lot of deliberation regarding this. Number one, if you are a buyer, and I know we said we weren't going to talk about buyers today. Well, let's get right into the selling part of it, because I feel like that is something that we probably need to focus on in this, because I do have for the home seller what the NAR settlement means. And I have this document that the National Association of Realtors has put out. And if you want a copy of this, I'm more than happy to send it to you as well. Okay, just drop your email address in the comments or send me a private message. I'll send it to you. Okay, so with that being said, as a seller, what does it mean to you? So for home sellers, you still have the choice of offering compensation to your buyer brokers. You still have the choice of offering compensation to buyer brokers. So this NAR settlement was not about you, I don't have to offer a commission anymore. You have an option to offer commission. And we'll talk about why that is a good option to have. You may consider doing this as a way of marketing your home or making your listing more attractive to buyers. And so just because you can do something doesn't mean you always should. So while you do not have to pay a buyer's broker commission, should you? Is the question. When a buyer's agent comes with their qualified buyer, that means that these buyers have been vetted. You're not getting Joe Blow off the street and they say they want to buy your house and they don't even have a pre-approval letter or don't even know how to start the process. When you're dealing with the buyer's broker or agent, they have vetted this buyer to make sure that when they enter your property, they are able, willing, and ready to purchase your home. And so, again, you still have the option of offering compensation to the buyer broker or the buyer's agent. And you may do this in a way to market your home or make your listing attractive to other buyers. Your agent, as a seller, you have a listing agent. And so now that agent must conspicuously, they must show and disclose to you, Mr. or Miss Seller, and obtain approval for any payment or any offer of payment that the listing broker will make to another broker acting for buyers. And so they must, and I guess they're putting this on paper because that's why we have listing agreements. And it clearly shows on there, this is how much you're paying. This is how much you're giving to the buyer's broker. So that's already stating what's in the listing agreement, okay? The disclosure must be made in writing in advance of any payment or agreement. To pay another broker acting for buyers, it must specify the amount or rate of such payment. So now when we agree in the listing agreement what the compensation is, and then how much we're going to share with the buyer's broker, now it comes out of the listing agreement and is on a separate form that says seller compensation. And so it has come out of the listing agreement and now it has its own form where it is going to be disclosed in writing. It's going to be signed by you, Mr. Seller. It's going to be signed by the buyer. It's going to be signed by the buyer's broker and then by the listing agent, okay? And so if you choose to offer any compensation and you have to change it, everybody gets notification of that, right? And so that everybody has to agree. So the compensation has come out of the listing agreement to its own form. And if you choose to approve that, that's how it happens. That's how you have to sign saying that I will pay this amount. And it has its own compensation form now. Now, the other thing is, while you may be offering compensation to that buyer's broker, right? We can no longer put it in the MLS system. There was a time where people could look at a house and you could see the amount of commission or compensation, because we've changed, we've evolved. So you could see the amount of compensation that you would receive for selling their home. Now the MLS systems cannot publish that amount. That's something that is between you, listing agent, and buyer broker. That's on that form that I was just telling you about. So it is no longer going to be published in the MLS systems, okay? We can advertise your listing off of the MLS platform on social media, flyers, and websites. But we cannot put the amount of compensation that is being offered, okay, in the MLS system. You can still offer buyer concessions, aka closing costs, okay? You can still offer those. If a buyer requests them, you can still offer that. This settlement does not have anything to do with you saying, hey, I'll contribute $3,000 or $1,000 towards the buyer's closing costs. That has nothing to do with it. And this practice actually went into effect on the 17th. So today is the 19th. It went into effect on Saturday. And so I kind of waited for the smoke to clear so that we could kind of have this conversation. And so you would know what was going on. Now let's talk about what the settlement does not change. It does not change agents who are realtors that are here to help you navigate the home selling process. It does not change compensation for your agent. It remains fully negotiable, which it always has been negotiable. It remains fully negotiable. And we as realtors must abide by the code of ethics and have clear and transparent discussions with you, Mr. or Miss Seller, about compensation. So you have choices. You work with an agent to understand the full range of these choices, which will help you make the best possible decision for your needs. And so that leads me into this particular slide, and let me make it a little bit smaller so that you can see it. Oh my goodness, that makes it too small. So let me make it a little bit bigger. And so 10 reasons to sell your home with a realtor. Number one is expertise. They guide you in pricing your home accurately and utilizing figures from your comps or comparable properties and analyzing the current market conditions. The MLS system. This is where you're going to gain your maximum exposure, because these MLS systems that we have, they go out to the third-party systems as well as Zillow, Realtor.com, all the other systems. They go out there. And with Century 21, we have Century 21 Global. And so it goes out to all of our global systems when you list with Trish. Guilty plug. Analysis. The reason why you still use a realtor is because we can provide and walk you through an analysis of your home and suggest the repairs and improvements that we may have seen with the company. That's the reason why they got top dollar for it. Or if you say, well, hey, we don't have the money to put into it right now, we can analyze that as well to tell you how much that you can price your home to sell. Marketing is key. Marketing your property via social media channels, video, yard signs, and to other realtors in our office. That is one of the benefits of using a realtor. Screening, and this is key. Pre-qualifying prospects. When I get a sign call, I'm asking them questions. When they say, well, I saw your sign in this yard and we want to purchase this property, I'm asking questions to see, have you spoken with the lender? Have you gotten pre-approval, pre-qualified? If they have not, I have the resources available to get them pre-qualified. But when you work with the realtor, it's not just like somebody walking off the street who just loved your house and don't even know the process. That's something that as a realtor, I'm able to walk them through as well. Open houses. This is major. I can facilitate an open house if appropriate, so that your home is being marketed. We can get, especially that first weekend when your house is listed, you facilitate that open house to get as many buyers while it's fresh on the market, while it's new, so that they can see what your home has to offer. And then if they come with their agent, we get feedback from them. We love our realtor partners, and so they give us feedback. Well, hey, Trish, I saw this in another property that was down the street, but this property doesn't have it. Or, oh my goodness, this property has everything and it is priced at the right price. So we have the ability to get that information as well. So again, feedback. As realtors, we share feedback on our listings. We share feedback on what the buyers are saying. And so that's information that is needed for you as a seller to know, because if 10 people are saying the same thing, then that's something that we want to give a little credence to. And so, as I was saying, feedback, that's important. We share that if any additional tasks need to be done, or if maybe we missed something and the agent saw it. That's something that is vital and important to getting your home sold. Inspections, coordinating access with property inspectors and appraisers. That is something that us as realtors do. We take that work off of you. You're still living in the home. It's literally, hey, the appraiser is coming this day, the inspector is coming that day, right? And so we coordinate that to make your life easier. Review. We review all offers received once the home is on the market. So we review, we analyze, we dissect these offers, and we present them to you. We present them to you so that you can make an informed real estate decision on what is the best offer for your home. And then contracts. We coordinate contract negotiations, including counter offers with the buyer's agent. We are not the legal eagles, but we have them in our back pocket as real estate attorneys so that we can make sure you have a solid contract. It is negotiated appropriately and in a timely manner, because contracts do have time limits. And so these are just 10 of the tasks out of hundreds that we do as realtors to help you sell your home. And so I did not want to create a very long video. I wanted it to be clear and concise about the NAR settlement. I wanted to be clear about what we offer you as realtors, Mr. and Miss Seller, and the benefits of using a realtor. This NAR settlement really has to do with making sure that compensation is being disclosed transparently. There was a time when the buyers didn't even know, how much, the realtor was getting paid. But see, now everybody knows everything. And typically moving forward, when we have a listing agreement and we agree on how much commission will be, because like I said, you still have an option. We don't have a number that they must have. It's negotiable. And so we sit down and we say, here's a number. And we go through and we say, this is how much listing agent is going to get. This is how much the buyer's broker or agent is going to get. And then we sign an additional form disclosing that information. I know, the buyer's broker agent know, and then the buyer will know as well. So I hope this video helped you understand as realtors the benefit of using a realtor. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments. I am more than happy to answer any questions that you may have about the NAR settlement and what that means for you. Now, I will say this for buyers. I wanted to throw this in. If you are a buyer and your agent is in the MLS system, now, Mr. and Miss Seller, those buyers have to sign an agreement with their agent. Now, this has always been the case. If you want it, they had it worded differently. It said if you were representing someone in a real estate transaction, then they had to sign a buyer brokerage agreement. So now they're saying you need a written agreement with your agent before even touring the home. And this is another reason why offering compensation to a buyer's agent may not be a bad thing, because they are vetting their buyers. They have an agreement. They're making sure that they are pre-qualified before they even step foot into your home. So just wanted to add that in. I saw this and I said, okay, that's something that Mr. and Miss Seller needs to know, so that way they're comfortable with the buyer's agent, the work that they're doing to make sure that your home is sold. So thank you so much. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I am happy to answer any questions that you may have regarding the NAR settlement. Let me put my information on the screen too. So if you want to send me an email, or you want to give me a call or text, you can call or text me at 478-410-7142, 478-410-7142. You can also email me at trishsellsatl@gmail.com, trishsellsatl@gmail.com. All right. I hope you have a beautiful day. I will see you soon.